I got an email today that no one wants to get. Oh, goodness. It's from the Associated Press. They're not asking for an interview. It's from Pick Rights Australia regarding image license validation for the Associated Press. They said that they noticed that imagery represented by the Associated Press has been displayed on your website, social media, or in media accessible from your website, leannehughes.com. However, the Associated Press has been unable to find a license for this usage of the imagery by your organisation. So they've attached the visual reference of the image, and it was an old blog post that I had written about David Warner and just about his behaviour. I think it was a LinkedIn post. And so what I've done in the past, and I'll continue to do this, is I've got a virtual assistant, not full time. So basically she just does this task. And this task is she'll go into my LinkedIn content, like my posts, then she'll repost that on my blog so I don't miss it, because it's not searchable on LinkedIn. Anyway, it's on my own website. So she took this thing I had around David Warner, put it on my website, and then put an image of David Warner on the website, which was not legit. And I'm terrible because I didn't go in and review it. It's the only image that has been taken off the web. Most of mine are screenshots of stuff that I've done, like my selfies as well. And particularly in an AI world now, if she needs an image, I'll just tell her to create it in AI. So basically they gave me two options. If you do have an active license, we kindly ask you to send us your valid license authorization. Obviously I don't. Secondly, if you do not have an active license, we request that you remove the imagery from your website. Please be aware that removal of imagery alone will not resolve the issue. We also require payment of compensation in the amount of $363 for the past unauthorized usage of the imagery. Ouch. So what it was, when I got this email, because I know about copyright law from working at TAFE, actually, over a decade ago. We had a librarian, and she was really big about copyright. So I actually learned a lot around that. And I don't like to rip off artists, to be honest. I definitely think artists and creatives should be paid for what they create. So I put this email into ChatGPT and said, what are my options? Can I get out of it? Firstly, that was like the first question. ChatGPT said no, but you can negotiate the payment. So what I did was within like 5 minutes of reading this email, I was bang on the website. I deleted it, replaced it with a stock royalty-free image that I can use. I've emailed the lady back, the compliance officer. I've apologized and just asked, like, is it possible to get an amount deducted from this? I'm really sorry about this and everything else. Anyway, she hasn't written back yet, but yeah, just a really good call out, because I think we know laws, and look, I'm definitely a seek forgiveness, not permission type of person. This amount, 363, it's a slap on the wrist. I feel lucky that it's not more than that. And it's also probably a reminder for me that if I'm not doing the work, that I definitely need to have eyes over it. And so part of my next stage is when I talk to my helper that does do this, is just be like, hey, do not use these images. So it's interesting because I've had websites since I was 15. The first website I ever built was a website about Harry Kewell. I was a big fan of Harry Kewell, the Socceroo. He plays for Leeds United, Liverpool, a few other teams. So I had a website about him, and actually Total Football magazine reviewed that website. It was in their UK magazine when I was 15. But I was using a ton of, again, back then I didn't know about copyright law. I couldn't take images of Harry Kewell. He was overseas playing. So I would rip off images of the internet. So in 11 years, haven't been caught, but I think it's really good. And I imagine they're using AI actually to find these. So I just share this as a maybe warning to you if you're a solopreneur like me, or if you own any type of business, really, to be aware of the copyright laws. I would suggest they're using AI to get better at this. We can use AI to create our own and prompt our own images as well. Also, if you do have a business, maybe just reinforce with your team members about how important this is. And yeah, I'll maybe keep you posted in a future podcast around how that went, if I negotiated well. And look, if not, happy to pay the 363, but we'll just see what they say. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.